Everybody. I am Rachel Helms. I am one of the assistant directors here at the Alumni Relations Office here at MTSU. Welcome to our first lunchtime webinar that is a joint venture with Alumni Relations and the College of Behavioral and Health Sciences. Dr. Peter Grandjean, our new and can I say awesome Dean of CBHS is here and we'll be giving you an update on the college's programs in just a moment. But first, I just wanted to say thank you for being here. As an alum, you are a vital part of our university and our community. The Alumni Association is always looking for ways to give you an opportunity to connect with MTSU, whether it's interacting with our students or coming to a recruitment event or coming to one of our alumni events we offer throughout the year. We have tons of information on our website at mtsu.edu/alumni. And don't ever hesitate to give our office a call or send us an email. That is what we are here for. So without further ado, Dean Grandjean, I turn it over to you.
Thank you so much, Rachel, and I appreciate that introduction. We are absolutely delighted, excited, honored to be able to work with our Alumni Relations Office to deliver these lunch and learn sessions. We want to do more of them. Really, our purpose of these series is to really build stronger connections with you all. We want to inform you about the tremendous impact that our degree programs, our faculty, staff, and students are making on our community and inside MTSU. We want to invite you to engage with us. We really would love to have you partner with us on stronger terms. First of all, if you partner with us, you really help us build experiences and experiential learning that we couldn't offer by ourselves. But there's this other piece to this that I don't think gets enough attention about the advantages of coming to Middle Tennessee State University. That is the strong alumni network that we have, the network for the next step in our students' careers, but how our students can work alongside you and with you to grow your different enterprises, your businesses, if you will, but then how you can give back to MTSU. So it's really a alumni network that we're trying to grow, and it provides really an unmatched educational experience for us, and particularly in this Middle Tennessee area. So thank you for joining us today. What I'd like to do today is first, let me just do this. Let me introduce myself. I'm brand new here. I started here in July and got an opportunity to meet Rachel. And Rachel and I just started scheming together about how we can build better degree programs, how we can make just the world a better place. And as part of that ongoing conversation, we came up with this idea to do a Lunch and Learn series. So today, our purpose really is to let you know a little bit more about our college. It's relatively new. Some of the degree programs that you may have been part of have either come from other academic units or were part of maybe the programs that they're already aligned with, the departments that you're already aligned with, but were kind of inherited by our college. So let me give you a little bit of background about our college. We are made up of 5 different academic departments, and you can see the names of those departments. And one of those, the Physician Assistant Studies, is actually a degree program that was launched not too long ago, just a few years ago, and is directly served by the Dean's office. The School of Nursing is also an academic entity, but it's a school. It's large enough to be a school and really has, for all intents and purposes, a different kind of mission. And then we have 3 centers right now: the Center for Organizational and Human Resource Effectiveness, which was started by our psychology faculty about 20 years ago and is really a tremendous success story. The Center for Student coaching and success. And that's working not just with our student athletes, but with many of our students across campus and developing personal skills as well as leadership skills. And the Center for Methodology, Evaluation, and Applied Statistics, which is also in our psychology department, but really works with many programs across campus and in all aspects of the research enterprise, from developing research and experimental designs, community engagement, statistical analysis, actually data management, statistical analysis, and interpretation. So it's a great center for learning how to write grants, apply for grants, and all aspects of the research enterprise. We also have a service clinic, and our speech, language, pathology, and audiology program runs a tremendous community engaged hearing clinic here on campus. So that's our college in a nutshell. Let me show you a little bit more about our programs. We have 22 undergraduate majors at this time. We have 18 undergraduate minors that complement those majors in many different ways. We have 14 master's degree programs. We have one doctoral program with 4 emphases areas. And then all of these programs across these multiple departments, schools, how they interact with the centers, really all have a common theme. And that is everything that we do is really applied behavioral health sciences. So we're here to really help improve the human condition. What I want to do is share with you just a little bit about the health of our programs and where we are. We're a college of about 3,600 students in total. So it's quite a large college and with a diverse array of programs. In our social work department, and you can see the different enrollments. That's the total enrollment, graduate and undergraduate. In our social work department, really, there's a bachelor's of social work and a master's of social work programs, really focused on many aspects, from the clinical side of things to community engaged and helping people find the resources they need in order to thrive. Our psychology program, over 1,000 students, our largest academic department, with a diverse array of programming there too, with clinical and experimental psychology. We have school psychology. We have the applied behavioral analysis psychology. We have industrial and organizational psychology, and many different iterations there. We also have some faculty that are working heavily in neuroscience. Our physician assistant studies, 30 students per cohort with a 2-year program. So almost 60 students total in that program. Our nursing, with pre-nursing and undergraduate nursing programs, along with our master's program in family nurse practitioner, being a family nurse practitioner, and also psychiatric and mental health nurse practitioner. We have close to, we have a little over 750 students there. Our applied sciences department and our health and human performance departments are quite diverse, have several degree programs within it. Human sciences, human and development and family sciences. We have textiles, merchandising, and fashion design. We have nutrition and food science, and interior architecture right now. Health and human performance, my goodness, it's a very diverse and a large department too. And we have leisure and sport management, tourism and hospitality management. We have community and public health, exercise science, athletic training, physical education, speech and language pathology, and audiology. So you right there, that just tells you that it's a very diverse department, with multiple degree programs that are doing such a variety of things. And then the Criminal Justice Administration Department, with 3 undergraduate majors. They recently split the single undergraduate major into 3 different ones in law enforcement and criminal justice and then Homeland Security. And then they also have a master's program. So if you look at this, you think, oh my gosh, this is such a huge college with so many diverse programs. How do they fit together? The one word I would say is wonderfully. They fit together wonderfully, and there's so many ways to address some of the world's problems through multidisciplinary approach. And you can imagine, for example, how our community and public health can work with speech and language pathology to address literacy, and how literacy really is a public health issue. That's just one. Social work and our criminal justice uh, majors, and how they can work together for community-based policing. I'm just throwing a few of them out there. All of our programs and how they address the health disparities and between rural and urban health delivery, and then how we can address those. So the opportunities are just endless. We have an undergraduate to graduate student ratio of about 13.6, almost 14 to 1. And why is that important? We have a diverse array of undergraduate programs. We also have, like I said, 14 master's programs and 1 doctoral program. But what we want to do is learn, lead, and serve. And that lead piece is we want to promote more advanced studies and prepare people for leadership roles in their different professions. And so at 14 to 1, that means for every 14 undergraduate students, we're keeping 1 in one of our graduate programs. And that's just a cursory way of thinking about it. What we'd like to do, and one of our aspirations, is to reduce that ratio to 10 to 1, maybe eventually to 8 to 1. And what we're doing there is we're offering graduate or advanced studies to help people be leaders in their professions. So I just wanted to show you what our undergraduate to graduate ratio is and where we might go from here. We have most of our programs have embedded in them what we call experiential learning. So you're not just sitting in a classroom learning from somebody in lectures. We're actually doing hands-on. That really is a hallmark of our programs, both undergraduate and graduate programs. We have a host of industrial partnerships, and perhaps I'm hopefully stimulating some questions for our Q&A session here. That's where our alumni can really help out. You all have graduated from here, you're gainfully employed, you're working in our area, and you might be able to provide some of those experiential learning opportunities at the same time, grow your businesses and learn who some of the prospects are out there to help drive your programs and your businesses vertically. We are very strong in community engagement. In fact, I can tell you right now, we just had a food drive. We just were featured at one of our local football games. We just had a food drive, and we're able to donate some money also to our veterans. But there's a whole host of community engaged activities that are part of the fabric of every one of our degree programs. A lot of student-centered research and discovery. So many of our programs, our undergraduate students are the focus of attention, and they get to learn the scientific process and how to apply that to many of our everyday problems or issues, and to make the world a better place. Global engagement is one of those things that is really adopted here and well received, and we have most of our undergraduate degree programs have some form of global engagement, whether it's study abroad or whether it's having international students as part of our programs or international flavor. But many of our programs enjoy some international footprint or presence, and are part of that. So leadership and professional development is also a very important part of everything that we do. So many of you may or may not know, depends on when you graduated from here, that our headquarters, if you will, is in the academic classroom building. on campus. It's a wonderful new building that was built. I think we took the keys and started moving in 2020. So it's really new. And if you haven't been here, we invite you to come see this shiny new place and let us give you a little bit of a tour. With that, what I want to do is I'm going to stop sharing my screen. That's a little bit of an overview of what we do and where we go and how we do it. And it looks like we've got some of our leadership here in this Lunch and Learn. And what we'd like to do is open it up to some Q&A, and perhaps I'll divert some of our questions to some of our leadership.
So essentially, Dean Grandjean, we had talked a little bit too about recruitment, and there's an opportunity for us to be doing that maybe next week as well, correct?
So Rachel, thank you for bringing that up. That's really one of the, I call it scheming. That's one of the great ideas that Rachel and I have been talking about. Rachel brought this up, and we have, many of you are aware of the True Blue Tour. And that's where we go to different locations, and our president talks a little bit about our university. We present some of the great things going on, and we're talking to prospective students and their families. And one of the, I think, opportunities that we have there is to meet with our alumni as we go to these different True Blue tours, and to have you all come out just so we can connect, just so we can meet you and talk with you and update our relations a little bit, but so that you all can talk with prospective students as well. I think your voices would be tremendously powerful in helping some of the prospective students learn what advantages they have by choosing Middle Tennessee State.
And we have those are next week. We have one in Shelbyville that's on Monday evening, and we have one in Lebanon on Thursday. So if you have any questions, you're welcome to drop me an email. I'm at rachel.helms@mtsu.edu.
Let's see if he can. There you go, Josh. I think I've allowed your mic. You might be able to answer Greg directly about some of our degree programs in criminal justice administration.
Well, yeah. First, to clarify any confusion, Greg is one of our full-time instructors who teaches online courses for us in criminal justice. As far as program updates, I believe, Dean, you mentioned that we recently, like most criminal justice programs, we've always offered a bachelor's degree in criminal justice, but what we really have started doing within the last couple of years that sets us apart and makes us a bit more unique is that we do have a separate bachelor's degree for law enforcement. And then we also have a program that focuses on emergency management and homeland security. And especially that focus in emergency management is something that you really just, you're not even going to be able to find anywhere else. It's a very new growing field, but just ask yourself when disaster strikes, who are the first responders? Lots of press very recently involving FEMA and TEMA, some good, some bad, but it's definitely a growing area that needs all the support it can get. So hope that answers your question.
Thanks, Josh. More globally, let's instead of just criminal justice administrators, let's talk a little bit more about the college in general. One of the exciting things that is going on right now is realignment of some of our degree programs, and it's really to help those degree programs grow, if you will, not necessarily enrollment, but to do some things that they haven't been able to do before. One of the things that Josh and the faculty in criminal justice administration did was they broke up that one undergraduate major into 3 different ones to help them do some unique things and to help students focus on some unique areas that they weren't able to do before. So with that concept in mind, we're looking at reorganizing the college. And so we're looking at perhaps those two academic departments we talked about, human sciences and health and human performance, and breaking some of those programs up into smaller, more autonomous, self-serving units so that they can do some programming and work collaboratively with other programs with a little more expertise, that they might have a voice in their degree programs that they wouldn't have had before when they've had to share resources across 7 or 8 different programs, if that makes sense. So that's really exciting, and that's coming. And the reason why I mention that is because there are a lot of great, exciting, dynamic things happening in our college, and we want you all to be a part of it, and we want you all to help inform it. So this is a great chance and a great opportunity for you to engage, engage with your expertise, engage with your insights, and to really help us be better than we are right now. We're always trying to grow and improve. I see that Chief Kopp is on the lunch and learn session today. One of the things that we were talking about with our police chief here on campus was how we can partner with them more. And so he had several ideas, and in fact reached out to Lee Wade, who's also on the call, and Josh Harms about helping with a survey. That was one step. Another one is our students working with our on-campus police force to monitor our buildings and monitor our campus, and even perhaps even work in dispatch occasionally. So those are some things, some interactions, and some engagement that are well outside the classroom, but really enhance our students' ability to be great professionals when they get out, maybe even leaders. So that's criminal justice. Speech and language pathology and audiology have a speech and hearing clinic that is absolutely amazing. And it's here on the corner of campus, and it's got a tremendous community impact, helping people from across the lifespan, but primarily focusing on our children, and doing everything from how they communicate, but literacy issues, how they communicate, their and how they feel about themselves and their sense of belonging in the world. So that's a tremendous clinic. I'm just pointing out a couple of our programs. We would be here all day if I talked about every single one of them. But those are just some things and some programs that I think are doing some tremendous things in our community. Anybody else? I think we've helped, we've unmiked you or allowed you to use your mic if you want.
Dean Grandjean, this is Beth Goodner. It is nice to meet you. I am a graduate and alumni of MTSU, and I was there a long time ago, and was able to obtain my undergraduate in social work, and have worked in behavioral health leadership at Trust Point Hospital there in Murfreesboro, and joined the Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services as an assistant commissioner for children and youth just a little over a year ago. So good to be on the call today, and good to hear about all the accomplishments and great things happening at MTSU.
Beth, thank you so much. So you bring a wealth of experience and expertise from the social work field, but importantly into this grand challenge, this wicked problem we have in our society about addressing mental health, and the mental health issues that we're facing. Our campus, and that's been a very robust conversation, I would say, across campus. And it's one of those things that our psychology department, our social work department, our nursing school are working together on with others across campus. I think John Robertson has had some conversations with you and shared some of the great things that you're doing. And we would love to talk with you more about some of the initiatives that our faculty have here on campus to address some of those mental health needs on campus, but more importantly, more broadly in our community.
Sounds good. Glad to be part of the conversation.
Absolutely. Well, we have a couple more minutes left. And so I'll finally get to that question that Rachel asked me before. And that is, just share a little bit about me and my background and what attracted me to this job. I come from the faculty ranks. I've had the opportunity to serve as an associate dean of research and graduate programs at one location. The ability to connect people and to build a community network that really helped not only our university, but people in the surrounding area, not only the city that we were in, but the rural areas around it, was one of those things that really excited me and energized me and helped me understand that there's so much more that we can do with the academic enterprise and helping to make the world a better place and help our students to engage too, right? To inform them, make them better professionals, but help them engage and develop kind of a servant heart. The opportunity presented itself to become a dean, and I became the dean of a school, which is analogous to the colleges here, that had many of the same diverse portfolios of degree programs. And from that diverse uh, mix of programs that we had, we were able to grow several graduate programs, graduate certificates, undergraduate emphasis areas that fit a niche, if you will, that helped, for example, exercise science students and nutrition students work together, not only for athletes, but for just our overall chronic disease risk reduction in the population. That was one example. We had speech and language pathology working with our psychology department and our special educators in the School of Education to address literacy. So those are just some examples of taking different, apparently disparate degree programs that are doing different things and meeting the needs in the community. That energizes me and really gives me feeds my passion, if you will. And so I recognize this college has some of those same programs, and we're in a fantastic place in the country, a growing metropolis, if you will. And we're in an area that not only is growing, but just outside of our boundaries, you meet a lot of rural populations that there's some disparities there. So we have a tremendous opportunity, and it was that opportunity, or those opportunities, I should say, that attracted me here. So I hope that gives you a little bit of background on me. I am excited about these lunch and learn sessions. And what we'll do next time is we'll share a few updates from the college, but we're also going to highlight faculty member and highlight some of the great things that our students are doing. And again, open it up for questions and answers. So thank you for joining us today, and we hope to see you in Shelbyville, or I was warned not to say this incorrectly, Lebanon. I believe is how you say it here in
That's
in
it.
Tennessee.
So
So
you can say Shelbyville.
Shelbyville,
Instead of
right. I learned that
Shelbyville.
one too. But I really would look forward to meeting you, or if you have friends or you have other acquaintances that are alumni, invite them to come out too. And I just look forward to meeting you and learning what we can do for you.
Yeah, I told y'all it was awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Dean Grandjean. And I'll be sending out, you know, another update whenever we have another one scheduled soon. So thank you all for joining us. You have a good day.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you.